folks, back with another video. I'm going to be this time taking a look at Whiskey Jack Toys brand new shipping Kickstarter, Legends of the Hidden Forest. Now, I'm going to be doing an unboxing. This is the first time I've done anything like this, so we're just going to see what happens and get my first reactions to these as I pull them out of the package. So here we go. I have blanked the labels for your non-edification. It's a big box. Sorry how close the camera is, but we're going to get a shot of me cutting the label here and getting into the box and seeing what's inside. There's a nice stamp there. You see that? You see that? Oh, maybe you can't see that. There we go. On camera right there. We know what's in there. All right, so we cut this tape and we'll put the knife aside, and I'm gonna just put the box to the side for the moment. We're gonna see who comes out first. We've got a nice, nicely packed package there. So you can see, nice use of bubble wrap. Sturdy cardboard on this package. It looks like it's been dinged around a bit, but I think all the cards seem like they're in good shape. So let's pull them out one at a time. All right, so the first one I'm pulling out is, this is, what is his name? They don't have the name of the character on the front or the back. So this is Tiger Guy, because I don't remember the names of these. And I think there was a comic or some other thing in here maybe that shipped. I'm just gonna check real quick and see if there's something else in here. But you're seeing this as I'm seeing it. Nope, just bubble wrap. So I'm gonna remember the names of these guys as I go. So this figure, he looks great. He's got a classic like Darth Vader or Star Wars style plastic vinyl cape. I'm gonna just tear him out of the package right here. A little help of my trusty hobby knife. And I'm gonna see what I think. All right, just need to loosen that just a little teeny bit here, and then I'm gonna use my fingers so I don't damage anything. And my apologies to the guys who made these, Chad and Matt. I don't remember the characters. It's been such a long time, and I know I'm probably early on this review, but I just wanted to get these out there. So he's got the same articulation as G.I. Joe. You can see that these are O-ring construction. They have nice, actually almost ratcheting. This guy's knees have a nice stiff ABS feel to him. His swivel arms, pretty clean. Actually, look at that articulation up to the elbow. It actually comes in just a little bit more than your standard G.I. Joe. He has swivel wrists, just like the Grindstone figures and Delta 17. So he's going to be able to do some neat things. Like I said, vinyl cape. Let's see the O-ring construction. I know this is a do not do for some things, but I'm going to see how well I can just treat this like a child and take the cape off. Right? Maybe I want to put the tiger cape on one of the other ninjas. Who knows? Who knows, right? This is supposed to be fun. And this is a fun series. I didn't even talk about the cards, and I will. But there's a whole backstory that goes with these that was included with the Kickstarter. See, scan for more content. So you wanna check this out, because there's a really cool backstory for the whole like setting that they have for these guys. So this isn't just like, hey, make up your own setting. They have like a whole setting around all the characters in this set, and it's really involved and evokes that like kind of free form, you know, just a basic backstory that you can kind of like build off of in your imagination, right? And it's going to be kind of the theme of this, because there are some neat little aside things here that I'll go into. So let's see, we're going to take his cape off because I want to see. Oh yeah, so this is one of the things. So these are not mushroom pegs. And they're actually compatible with Lego. So you could put like a pirate sword in his arm socket and and it will work. Or a spear from an old Lego set. I'm gonna maybe pause the video a little later and we'll do some funny stuff. But the hands just slide in and out, so that may or may not be a selling point to you if you want to expand. I mean, I know the obvious thing to do is to take Lego Ninjago and combine it with these guys, right? Because that would be awesome, and then you can have like your ninja battles and some extra weapons, and the weapons for Ninjago are oversized, so they're going to look right with these guys. There's a whole barrel of whatever you can do with these, but they're super fun. They're GI Joe compatible. This guy, I don't remember. I'm seeing, I think this is actually it's an intentional print. I don't know if you can see that on camera or not, but he's got like a scar and he's got like a dead eye socket here. So that's kind of a neat little touch. They actually did the scar and the white in the eye is separate, so it's a whole separate tampo there. So I'm going to slide this off, and you can see that he's O-ring construction, hole in the back. Let me see if I have a G.I. Joe. I will test with G.I. Joe Pack later. But for now, that's Mr. Tiger Claws, and he's got a pair of claws here. Let's take a look at them. Nice solid silver paint on those. Just really bright paint application. You can see that. But let's see how they fit into the hands of the figure. So they are the same. They're both the same claw. So if you put these in the hands of the figure, they're a little loose at first. So the hands are a little bit soft. They're softer than the Super 7 figures. If you've got any of those, they fit pretty well into the hand. So once you kind of tilt it, this is a thing, you kind of have to do with these more modern O-rings, is instead of just clipping something into the hand and leaving it, because that was the safest thing to do with G.I. Joe, you can actually turn it a little bit. And this, again, it is a little loose in the hand, I'm noticing. So that's, maybe that can be fixed with a little bit of, heat gun. I will see later and probably follow up on comments of this video. So, so that's him. So let's check out the next figure. Look at that. It's just like, it just reminds me of Tony the Tiger for some reason. But he's great, right? So, so let's move on to the next one. All right. So let's see who comes out of the box next. Oh, I know this guy's name. This is Shinobi. I love the name because it invokes the old Sega Master System game or Sega arcade game, Shinobi. Does not look like Shinobi in the game, but the period and the aesthetic, and I think we'll be able to see how these swords kind of act like a Lego sword would. I'll show you that on this figure. So I've been super excited to get this figure in particular. I love the somewhat generic ninja aesthetic that this evokes. He's got all the beats of the what you would think, the generic dragon print on the chest, the gi, some armbands to kind of dress up the character design, and then you've got the two-part ninja mask, right? So the black kind of clashing, not clashing, but highlighting, we'll say, that the solid blue uniform, the red highlights, and then that crisp dragon print there. So let's take a look at him. And just starting this with the knife so I can tear it open. Don't want to damage any of the accessories or the figure. All right, and so there is an inner bubble on the inside of these. It's not as obvious as something like Super 7 because you can see that they're loose inside the package, but I think it's a good compromise because it doesn't make the figure hard to remove from the package. It keeps the accessories separate. It probably made it a little easier at the factory for these to be, I would think, pre-assembled in the package. So You know, and I could be, you know, the creators can come on here and say, oh, that's not how it works. But I'm imagining if I'm somebody working at the factory, it's a whole lot easier for me to spot check something instead of it just being on a card like a G.I. Joe, right? Or trying to have this in a single bubble. You've got these going along on a conveyor belt, and you can check, hey, you know, are all the pieces that are supposed to be here in here if I'm a, you know, quality control person, right? So let's take a look at Shinobi. And he's, yeah, he's got that same articulation the other one did. He's got nice knee joints. Really solid articulation here. They're not stiff. They bend at a 45-degree angle. They have nice, the paint on here is really crisp. I can say that these are not as shiny as a G.I. Joe. They're not as flat as like a Hasbro reissue from a few years ago. Not the crossover. Well, the crossovers are sort of a matte finish. This is somewhere in between. So like maybe if you rub these a little bit, they're closer to a G.I. Joe when it was new than some of those Hasbros. So they have the feel of a G.I. Joe. You've got the ball neck. Oh, is it full swivel? Oh yeah, so this is full swivel. And so you've got actually like a full swivel and then a ball at the bottom for articulation. So he's able to look, you know, not up, you know, that's obviously G.I. Joe. It's like the head is either down or it's in the neutral position. He can't really look up, but he can swivel side to side very significantly. So he's got nice head articulation. You know, he's got cool like Hulk Hogan, you know, big biceps, 24-inch pythons there. And his hands also come out the same way. Now, what I was trying to show before, because I couldn't do it with the claws, is you can take one of Shinobi's swords and stick it in his arm. So he's like a guy with his hand is a big knife. Where's my strong bad figure? Oh, he's here somewhere. Anyway, he's got a knife for a hand. That's kind of a weird look. But hey, you know, if I was a kid in the 80s, I'd be like, check it out. I've got sword hands. Totally not Ninja Edward scissor hands. All right, I'm having too much fun. So let's go on to his accessories that I just showed the swords on. And they're really nice. They're that same, like, very, very shiny silver. I don't know what they did to get this paint to stick, but they're clearly paint. I want to say they're painted. They're so shiny. They're almost reflective. But they look like metal, like actual metal and not, should I say, like marbled silver plastic, which some of the G.I. Joe weapons were. I'm thinking of like Snake Eyes version 3, and some of the later reissues had that weird like marbled silver plastic. But these are painted, and there's no paint spatter on them. Like I'm not seeing obvious clogging when they were spraying these down. So they did a really good job at the factory of these. One thing I want to point out, and I don't know if it shows up on camera, but this part here is actually unpainted, and that's so you can actually peg these into things. So if you've had a Ninjago kit from Lego, the swords are really close in size. So you could take like the brown Ninjago swords, the other one, and just totally just put these in these guys' hands, or stick them in the end of their arms if you want them to be like, you know, Bruce Campbell style guy with a weapon attached to his arm, whatever you want. And then, so Shinobi also has this feature. So his main character weapon is supposed to be a double sword that he kind of holds, right? Like Darth Maul style. right? So he's got, you know, the Darth Maul double lightsaber sword thing going on. All right, so anyway, that's that. I don't know what I think about this feature. I think it's cool. This other one articulates for some reason, apparently. If you notice, there's like a joint. This one doesn't have a joint, and this one does. Oh, there's a piece that comes out. Huh. All right. I don't really understand that part, like why that's part of this, but I guess it's whatever you want it to be. So there's a grip in the middle, so he can hold the double sword in the middle if he wants to. And then there's obviously the two sword grips, so he could hold it, you know, thanks to his swivel wrists. He can hold this two-handed, you know, as if he's twirling it around and kicking people, you know. Wow. And then, I mean, the only thing I can think of is, you know, this is close to the same color as this, and I'm a robot claw. Check out my robot claw. Oh no. Oh, that doesn't fit because it's got like the regular G.I. Joe grip. But you can put anything in there. You can give him Lego Lance and just stick it on there. Okay. I guess I'll figure out what that's for in a bit. So let's put his hand back on. And then he's got this neat backpack. Oh, I see. There's a little, maybe this goes here. Oh, I see. So this, I think, is supposed to go in this little hole, or one of the holes. Oh, there's a lot of holes in this backpack. Well, this is exciting. Okay, so it goes in one of the holes, and then you can take the top piece of the backpack, I guess. Let's see. Let's see if I can figure this out. Oh, the whole bit comes apart. Oh, that's neat. So this little rod comes apart into that many pieces. I hope these weren't to hold the swords. I hope I'm not missing a piece. Because that would suck if I did. Okay, so I guess this piece maybe goes in here. I'm not sure how the backpack is supposed to work. If y'all want to leave a comment in the down below, I'd be interested to see how this, if y'all think you know a better way of doing this and how it's supposed to work, because I sure don't. But it's neat. It's got like this backpack that comes apart and it just like stuff pegs into the side. So I guess any kind of Lego, like, I don't know, it's pretty cool. I'm not really sure how this is supposed to work, but I thought his backpack swords were supposed to go like on the sides. I feel like there should be a second one of these. And maybe I'm missing one. I know I didn't see anything fall out of the package, so but like, yeah, so at least I know I've seen him with the double weapon. I feel like I'm missing a part. So I'm going to have to email them about this. But you can see here, oh yeah, okay. So these clip onto the backpack like that. Yeah, unfortunately, I think I'm missing one of these. Or maybe 3 of them, or 2 of them. Because if it's supposed to hold this, let me think. Is it supposed to? Oh, wait a minute. Maybe it's not. Hold on. I think I know how this works. You go like that, and then you put the 2 ends on here. And maybe that clips like that. Because the side, I don't know if you can see this, but like I think the side to side on here, yeah, so that's actually equivalent to like a Lego peg, and then it's shaved off on both sides, so it fits into a G.I. Joe hand. That's actually kind of ingenious. So that, okay, so let's see. can I get this to peg on here? Kind of. Yeah. I guess that's fine. And then what, you put the swords through here? Maybe? That one wants to stay in. This one's kind of loose. Let's see if, can I go the other way? I mean, maybe. I'm gonna have to email them about this, but at least for now, that's the best I can do. He's got his weapons kind of like behind him, the pieces of his weapons. I don't know. I love the figure. I think he's cool. His weapon, the whole accessory thing is like kind of neat, what they're trying to do, but that's Shinobi. So let's do the next one. Oh, the guy with the chain. Okay, so this guy, from what I remember, is like a cyborg of some kind. Again, he's kind of showed up out of the blue, and I just wanted to do a video. So if I don't name these correctly, really sorry, Whiskey Jack Toys, but I'm just so excited to get these. I just wanted to talk about them because I've been talking to all my friends about them and how great they are, and how much I've been looking forward to them. So I'm just going to go ahead and open him, kind of break the packaging just a little bit. All right, there we go. And let's take a look at him. He's got some really cool colors. He's got, I don't know if you can see, but he's got like a sunburst here, and then there's like this fade kind of around it. And I don't know if that's intentional. I'm guessing it is, because yeah, here, right here, there's a theme to it, right? There's like this purple, and then it kind of fades into this lighter blue color, and then he's got like a transition. I think this is supposed to be like a transition from the purple to like this teal aquamarine color. Yeah, it's like, I don't know, this is pretty cool. So the colors pop so nice on this figure. I don't know if you can see on camera or not, but the whole theme is like this transition from purple to blue, and then it ends in like this turquoise, like light turquoise color on the hands. Very scary, you know, faceless monster. But from what I remember, this guy's like maybe part cyborg, or is a cyborg, something like that, in the story. So I'm sure the creators will come in and correct me, and I got all of this wrong, but he comes with a really cool weapon with the Lego end on it. And that's this real chain. This is a real metal chain with a knife on the, oh, he comes with Scorpion. Come here. Yeah, so come here. And he's a bad guy from what I remember of the story. So this is like one of the evil, the kind of evil characters, that one of the other clans. Look at that. Come here. Okay. I'm getting too excited here, but yeah. So there you go. So it can double as a, you know, the weapon that Scorpion didn't come with, your Mortal Kombat Scorpion. I've got him in the other room. So very cool. Again, same articulation, nothing weird. So I just want to point out, like, some other independent O-rings have had issues with fitment at the belly, including Super 7. These guys have none. So there's no, like, you turn them, they seem to go where you put them. There is a little bit of a gap here. Actually, on this guy, it's kind of significant, but the plastic is such where, you know, and I just want to talk a little bit about like the construction for a moment. So the O-ring construction on these, like the O-ring's not super tight. And I think on some other figures I've seen, the O-rings are so tight that when you go to turn them a little bit, so like this guy, you can see there's like a gap here. And I honestly, I can't say G.I. Joes don't have this too, but because of the O-ring not being tight and the plastic being what it is, the imperfect fitment between the belly and the cup that allows the belly to sit in there doesn't prevent a figure from staying, you know, in one position. You could turn them just a little bit. The O-ring tightness is just where it needs to be. So Hats off to Whiskey Jack doing this, because that seems to be something that even the bigger manufacturers were struggling with. So I'm sure y'all are learning from each other. Whatever, you did this one right, because I can go back. I'll just go back real quick over these. Shinobi doesn't have as much of a gap there. He's very very down to this. This note here, like with Storm Shadow, where the tied part of the belt is actually on the lower portion. Very very Storm Shadow-esque. But yeah, his is perfect. Like, I can just turn them just teeny little bits, and that actually seems to be, like I said, something that some of the other companies are having a hard time with. So I'm really glad to see that that is not an engineering problem on these, and that there's this. And again, I guess maybe because I'm just such an O-ring nerd, but like, the imperfect fitment is not affecting, like, you can see the gap down into the pelvis kind of butt piece, or whatever you want to call this, the pelvis piece. That, yeah, this isn't sitting straight on here, but it doesn't seem to affect the articulation at all, and it looks really good. So anyway, that's these three guys. So let's take a look at the next one, and I'll see if I remember the names of any of these as I'm taking them out. All right, who's the next one? So this is, so we know that this is Omen. So I believe he's one of the clans where he's like psychic. I don't remember if he can read people's minds or what, but that's like his either his or his clan's superpower. And so he comes with it's like looks like maybe a fishing line type of bowstring, but that's super cool. That they give you a replacement part out of the box. I'm gonna try to not lose that, and I think it's awesome that they give you a QR, that it's got a label on this as to what this is, because I'm going to be putting this with, storing this just with my Hidden Force stuff. Thank you, Whiskey Jack. And then I guess I'm going to have to use the knife. Clear some of this away. And so we've got, so Omen comes with a bow, and I'm really, this is just neat. It looks like he comes with swords as well. I'm just cutting into this just a little bit, so I'm gonna open it up. All right, that one was a little harder to open. I'm trying to puncture the paper. It's really strong, nice card backs on these. They are the same card back, which is unfortunate, but me being an opener, it's not really bothering me, to be honest with you. It just means I don't have to keep a second one for the card. And I appreciate the card art. I mean, it's awesome looking, but I also appreciate not having to keep a second one. I'd just rather buy more figures I'm going to take out of the package. So, all right, so let me get these cards out of the way. Just a moment here, and we'll take a look at Omen. So Omen has a bow that also comes pre-strung, which is bad practice if you're actually using a bow. But for a toy, it's just fine. And again, I want to point out these appear to be like Lego style ends. So the first thing we're going to do is something stupid, and we're going to take his hand off, and he can have a bow hand. Oh yeah, who doesn't need a hand that's just a bow for no good reason, right? I mean, he'd never lose it this way, right? And he never has to like bow to his opponents. Get it? Okay, all right. That's that joke. All right, so we'll put the hand back on. And again, he's the same sculpt as Shinobi, except for the legs. So the lower legs are a different sculpt. Actually, the upper legs maybe also be different. Yeah, it looks like the lower legs are different. The upper, from the pelvis up, is all the same. But again, it just shows the strength of this sculpt. So I love these. I think it's a nice touch to not just have him be a clone of him. Change the legs out, like, great. This is like the G.I. Joe pattern. Make them different, give them some different accessories, new paint job, whatever. I think that's awesome. So anyway, Omen, I like the bright red backpack. So he's also only got one. So I'm thinking this is probably an intentional design. And it looks like I put things in the right place. So he's got one, and he's got, let's see. So he's got a big arrow, and this just reminds me of like the arrow that comes with, is it classified Zartan? And he can hold, let's see how he holds his bow. So I guess we put this in one hand. All right. I don't know. I guess he's left-handed now because I just decided he's left-handed. And then he's going to hold the bow with that hand, and he's going to pull with this one. And there's a little peg on the bow so that you can actually string it. I'm not going to string, I mean, to be honest, I'm probably not going to display this with the bowstring pulled. But you can do it as play. I don't believe this. No way. Does this bow actually work? Hold on. Trying to remove the bowstring, or the not the bowstring, the arrow. Okay, so the way that it stores on the bow for display is like with the notch perpendicular to the bowstring, but there's a notch here. And you can actually, oh wow, this bow has tension. Okay, no way, is this just gonna fly everywhere? All right, we're gonna see if this bow here, hold on, let's he's opposing Shinobi here. All right, can you see Shinobi? Is Shinobi on camera? Oh, my camera's moving around. All right, so there's Shinobi. Having a camera problem. I'm gonna have to pause. Okay, we're back. So I was trying to shoot. I'm gonna try this. I mean, I wouldn't. My hands are too big as an adult now, but let's see if I can shoot this arrow at Shinobi. Oh, it worked! How about that? Did y'all see that? Let's try that again. That was fun. All right, there's Shinobi. Let's pretend it's our buddy here, Omen, and he's gonna give Shinobi the business because he stole his backpack. All right, Shinobi. Now you get yours. If I can thread the arrow onto the bow again. All right. There we go. Oh, all right. So the bowstring works as a bowstring. That's pretty awesome. Not gimmicky at all because it's actually how a bow works. So let's see. So what can we do with his backpack? How would this peg in? I guess we could put it, well, he's got a claw. I guess the claw goes like that. How would he, and he could store his sword this way, right? So that stores nicely. And then does this, oh, maybe I put it the other way and it clips onto the end of the sword. I guess that would be one way to store it. If he's, walking through the wilderness and trying not to like have all of his weapons out. Maybe I should put this on first. Let's see. Yeah, so that clips on like that. And then I guess we could turn this claw to the side and Okay, that's a little odd, but it works. Like, he can actually hold his all of his equipment without having any of it in his hand, which is always neat to just have a backpack that does everything. So that's Omen. Again, same articulation. I forgot to mention his legs do a full 45-degree bend. No problem sitting. Same articulation at the waist as Shinobi. And super cool. I love this ninja mold. I will not get tired of it for quite some time, I don't think. So let's see the next guy. So this is the main bad guy. Oh, hey, here's, if I just looked at the back of the card, I would know who these are. So the tiger guy is Sensei Hoji. So that's him. And then let's see where the cyborg is. That's number 4, right? So that's Kianshi Trainer. Okay, maybe he's a trainer, not a cyborg. I must be thinking of another character. Maybe they had a cyborg on their Kickstarter at one point. But so that's the trainer. He's very cool. So now we're looking at Master Bake, the Haunted Master. So let's look at the Haunted Master. Apparently I've been haunted by not actually reading the back of the card. So let's take a look at him, because he's kind of neat. He is using some of the other mold parts, the waist in particular. Seems to be common to all the ones that we've looked at so far. But he's got some different accessories. 2 big axe-looking things that definitely have Lego compatible ends on them. So I think we might make a super weapon this time. All right, so Mr. Bad Guy. He looks like a bad guy. And obviously these two are on the same side. So they've got the same logo on them. And we would say that, so Master Bake and Raiju, so that's the formerly the guy called the Cyborg. He's the trainer for this guy, so he trains all the bad guys, right? So so let's take a look at his head. He has full 360-degree rotation, so no need to cut the pegs off the neck ball on this guy. Not that there are any, I'm just joking around. You can see that he's got some different lower legs, so he's got that full range of motion here. You know, obviously perfect O-ring tightness on this. And he's got the same, it looks like same upper legs as the first guy. Omen, sorry. Same upper legs as Omen, it looks like. Maybe not. Oh no, these two are the same. So these two are actually very similar now that I'm looking at them. Lower feet and different head. But I mean, look at how different, look how long it took me to figure that out. I think that's really cool that there's so many reuses of these body parts that they made different characters from. And I know Hasbro did this, you know, and they're doing it now with Classified, but it just amazes me, like, with good planning, you can be like, oh, this guy's got a bare chest and he's just wearing it over, you know, this piece of armor over his bare chest. But this guy, he's wearing a bodysuit, and it completely like changes the look of the character. They decided to change the color where the elbow meets the upper arm. So that, you know, that decision was different. So I think this is some really creative redecoing of limited molds. Oh, actually, no, I got that wrong. These are the same feet. And they actually went through the trouble of going through and painting these parts individually on Raiju. So yeah, I just very cool. I mean, just discovering things. Again, this is an unboxing. This is my reaction the first time. I've not had a chance to look at these previously at all. And then let's take a look at the accessories. So Master Baku comes with 2 axe blades and 2 handles. They have these little hooks on them, which look like they could hook maybe onto a chain. So you could build, I can't leave well enough alone here. So you can do your basic axe thing. You can hook these together and he can have like 2 axes that hook together and do something. I don't know. I mean, it's kind of cool. He could be like swinging one while the other one is stationary, or I'm sure, did these ends come off? Yeah, so the ends come off and it's just like a peg, you know, like a Lego stick. So you could build something like you have a bar. So this is like sort of like Kusarigama kind of thing, I guess is what this is. And then you could put an axe blade on the end. That would be cool. It's like stationary and then like swinging around. Or does this end? No, this end is directly. Oh, actually, it's got a C-clip here. So we could, let's see if this is safe to remove. It feels like it. Yeah, there we go. It popped off. So now you can take the chain and see if I can get it on there. And now you've got like a double. Oh, I put it on the wrong link, but you can see how it works. So you can get like a double chain axe thing. I mean, it's just like a world of possibilities here. So this line, it takes a lot of inspiration, more than I expected from Lego. I did not expect all these like building block kind of accessory options. Like this is like the whole thing kind of smacks of influences from Snake Eyes version 3. Because if you remember, Snake Eyes version 3 had like the three bar nunchaku type thing, and I'm sorry if I can't remember the name of it, but it was like two maces or 2 spike balls on the end of 2 pieces of bar, and then they were like linked with a bar in the middle, and you could actually take the bar off and then clip the gun to one of the ends of the bar, or it was like you could do like different things, or just clip the 2 together, like the 2 bar ends, so you have like a flexible staff with spike balls on it. It was you could do all kinds of stuff with his accessories to a limited scope. But these are just this is like whatever you want to make. Maybe you just want an axe with 2 blades, right? Maybe you want just 2 hand. Maybe he just fights with 2 hand axes today, because that's how he's just feeling. He's feeling like maybe he watched Lord of the Rings and just was really into like some dwarf antics. I mean, here we go. Double. Two battle axes. Maybe he's been playing too much D&D, right? 2 battle axes. Or we can get a piece from Shinobi here and stick these on. So now he's like doing the Darth Maul thing with 2 axes, right? Or we can take the ends off here, the little caps, and they can be like, there's like a Klingon weapon from Star Trek that looks kind of like this, right? Oh, there we go. My wife had one. It was like really similar, but it's like this kind of thing where it's like I think it was like one big blade across, but it's still the same idea. It's like you're just taking elements of weapons and just building them into other weapons. It's so silly and so fun, and you just do this for hours. So I don't care if the accessories get mixed together. I know where they go. Anyway, that's Master Bake. I think I'm reading that right. My eyes are going. All right, next guy. Who do we got? Another Hidden Force figure. This is another of the ninja mold. He uses the same feet as Bake and Shinobi. I think this guy might be a direct. This guy is actually a direct copy of Shinobi, it appears. So it doesn't take away from him because he's got a different color design. This is... I don't remember the name of this guy. And he's not on the back. Yeah, I don't see him. What's number 7? Oh no, Kianchi. Yeah, okay. So you can see he's got red eyes. This is the zombie horde. So this is the this is his like henchman. And I only ordered one because I'm not really into zombies, but I do like the brown color scheme. And he's got, if you look closely, if I had, my light's a little reflective here, but he's got a this symbol is on his chest. And we're gonna open him up and take a look at him. So these are, from what I remember, these are like possessed ninjas or something. Again, I read the story a long time ago. We'll do a better review of, maybe I'll do a review of the lore as a separate video, because the lore is really cool. It's really open-ended and very, I don't know, it's easy to build upon, just like the rest of the weapons and everything. They're like whatever your imagination comes up with, which I like. It's refreshing to see a company create an IP in this day and age when everybody's trying to control every aspect of an IP. And I know this is a small company, but like to put that back into the fans' hands. Does he glow in the dark? He's got like weird pale, I don't know. I don't know if he glows in the dark. Maybe he does, but maybe he doesn't. I don't take me on that. But you can try it yourself if you want. But he's got these weird like palish green hands, which really, now that I've got him out of the package, I can see that like he's got the totally got the zombie theme. And he's got what looks like, so there's the actual like Kusarigama thing. So now I can actually make a proper Kusarigama with the chain. This actually comes off. Okay, there we go. There's the blade. And now I can take this. So yeah, I'm sorry. He comes with a kama sort of thing with a hook. And I feel like this is almost like a Build-A-Figure out of weapons, right? So they all come with different, I just missed a blade. That's why. So he comes with 2 kama that can be hooked together, basically. But these are just building block components. So like the more figures you have, the more crazy ninja weapons you could build. Which, I mean, this is so creative. Like, nobody's gonna have the same. I mean, if you're just displaying these on the shelf, whatever, right? But this is so fun beyond just like, hey, I got a new O-ring, because I've been doing a lot of that lately with different companies, Delta 17, Super 7, a lot of Super 7. They've got so much coming down the pipe, but these are a whole different animal. They just have this, like, you know, again, the lore, it deserves its own video. It really gives you whatever you want to make out of these, you can. The lore encourages that. The toys themselves encourage that. I mean, there's these building block components. Obviously, they're an O-ring, so you can take them apart and swap the parts around as O-rings. The foot pegs, I'm gonna guess the foot pegs are not Lego. Like Lego pegs, they probably are G.I. Joe foot pegs. Yeah, they're a little bit bigger. So I'm gonna assume, just because these are like a softer ABS. I don't think I have a stand handy, but they're a softer ABS that, you know, these will work with most figure stands. But point being, like, they took the O-ring, like, part swap thing, and they added the Lego aspect to it, and I didn't think it would come out this good. So I'm gonna stop it there and just kind of let you guys think about this, because I'm taken aback by just how much fun I'm having with these, just taking them out of the package. First reactions. Did any of you get these in the mail today, or are you expecting them? Let me know what you think of these. I have more to review, but this is too long for a single video. These are the first that I wanted to take out of the package. Well, let me know what you think and what your feelings are playing with these. And I'm going to put up the other several figures. I've only done 6 of them. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 figures in here left. So that'll have to be part 2. So again, have a great day. Hope you enjoyed the video, and go have fun with your toys.